So I think there's two sides to Rob. There's the rugby player Rob, who's quite a prankster, a jokester, and I think you'll get that if you've read Rob's book. And then there's Rob, the family man, who is just. Rob is just very down to earth, will do anything for his family, just a really lovely, kind-hearted family man. So Rob was having problems with his speech probably from summer of 2019. He was having difficulty articulating words, and at first we just put it down to sort of stress and possibly some of the medication that he was taking. And Rob was seeing the doctor at Leeds for another problem, for a long-standing shoulder problem that he'd got through a rugby injury, and sort of happened to mention it to them. So they quite quickly got him to see a neurologist, and Rob was diagnosed quite quickly within 3 weeks of seeing the consultant.
MND is a condition which is relentlessly progressive, and it's a neurodegenerative condition in which the motor nerves of our body start degenerating. What that results in is weakness and wasting of the muscles. It can result in weakness of the arms, the legs, of speech and swallowing can be affected, and even your muscles in the chest can become weaker and result in breathing difficulties.
It's been a really tough time since Rob's diagnosis, but Rob's attitude has always been, we'll tackle this head on, and I think out of everything, there has been some good, because people now know about motor neurone disease, and it's raised awareness. So whereas people before didn't know about MND, that they certainly do now.
Rob has made a huge difference in awareness about motor neurone disease. Previously, when I had to explain MND to patients, I would bring in a lot of science in it as well, trying to keep it simple and trying to explain it to them, but people had not heard about it. However, now I have patients coming in and saying, I've got Rob Burrow's disease, and when I explain it to them, then they say, yes, I know, I could use this technology the way Rob is using it.
The new centre will bring hope and optimism to patients living with MND and their families as well. It'll mean there's a safe haven for patients to go, and it'll have access to proper services, so things like wheelchair access, places to do voice recording, just so it meets the needs of patients with MND and the families.
This MND Centre will actually transform the way care is delivered. It will be a serene environment. It will be a peaceful place where patients can bring their families as well. And we all know that the health of a building can affect the health of the patients, their families and their staff.
Rob has used his platform to raise awareness of this cruel and devastating disease, and I think it helps a lot of people, not just with MND but patients with other long-term chronic illnesses and diseases. I think if you see sort of Rob's story and see how he can stay so positive, then hopefully it'll help other people.
I think Rob has shown patients the way to live life, live in the now.